What else we got?
All right, I just want. I'm gonna go. We're gonna do 2 or 3 how you met Phil Amoroso,
Okay.
and
Oh
then
my God.
and then after we do how you met Phil Amoroso, we're gonna go. We'll have Ned on.
Okay.
So, how did you meet Phil?
What was it, like 2008? I was in the Navy, and we were off the coast of Somalia, and this like little speedboat looking fucking thing comes shooting guns up, and all these pirates, these black dude pirates come up, blasting everybody and shit, and this guy fucking knocks me over the head with a AK-47, and next thing I know, I'm fucking waking up down in the the infirmary. What do they call it? Dude, I've been out of the Navy for so long. What do they call it? The
Scully?
medical or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And
Is that when
Phil Amoroso.
Is that when they kicked you out at that point?
No, so Phil Amoroso shows
that was
up.
after
He's
Don't
got
Ask, Don't
this
Tell.
like headband on and everything. He's got a fucking AK-47, blasted all these pirates and shit. And
Shit.
he
So I
basically
saved
saved
your
my
ass.
life.
Like Rambo.
and that was my first meeting with Phil.
Ramblo.
Shit, Rambo.
Blue. There it is.
Do you have a Phil Amoroso story?
I do, yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember the first time I met Phil. It was back when I was in Boy Scouts. I was earning the rank of Vigil in Order of the Arrow.
Fucking A.
What that entails is basically they just send you out into the wilderness by yourself, and you're supposed to stay there the entire night, and you're supposed to keep this campfire lit.
Like a vision quest.
Yeah, essentially. So, like through the night, they have these character actors, these children that are dressed up like Native Americans. It's super racist, but whatever it is white kids dressed like Native Americans
Hey.
come out to the woods.
Don't bag on Native Americans, okay? They've already been fucked up enough. So
I know that's why it's fucked that all these
Fucking
little
ultimate
white.
humanitarian.
But that's why it's kind of fucked though. But
Stand up for them.
A real tip of the feather.
Say their name.
But all these white kids, they're like they have this ceremony where like they
Say their
get
name.
possessed and shit by the Native Americans, and they go out. Anyways, they go out and they're supposed to give you guidance throughout the night and shit. And there's only supposed to be 3 that meet you through the night, but I remember there was a 4th figure out in the darkness. I see the silhouette, and I didn't know who it was at the time, but this guy comes up to my
Damn,
fire,
fucking
and
A,
I'm
dude.
sitting there. It's cold as shit out there. It's almost snowing and stuff, and he's
Somebody had to
there.
Put wood on your fire. Huh?
He tried to piss the
Well,
fire
that's
out.
what he did. He had a bundle of sticks. He set it down in front of me, and he
No,
said,
that's not what that was.
he said,
Bundle of
he
sticks.
looked at me and he said,
You had a.
and then he walked away, and I was like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, who was that?
What did he say?
Hey, well, you heard what he said. It's his favorite
F word?
I walked up to him. I said, "Here's your." And then I.
Exactly. He said
Here's
that.
your
And then he walked away out into the bushes, into the darkness. I was like, that was a little weird. He wasn't dressed up at all. Like, okay. And then when the next morning at the thing, I asked one of the scoutmasters, like, hey, there's just some random old guy that came up to me with some sticks. And he was like, yeah, we don't know who that was. And then years later, I meet him.
Again.
And
Damn.
he saved my life, man. I got the top rank in Order of the Arrow because of that guy.
Fucking. All right, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
That's just.
All right, so
That's pretty
me,
impressive.
I was in I thought I was in the ocean, right? And I was going over like a waterfall, and then I thought, oh, I'm gonna die, and then I see he's like a giant. It was him, and then I get sucked back into this hole, and then 9 months later, fucking, I met him.
Oh. How about that?
You got sucked into.
Wow, that's quite a waterfall there, Phil.
Man, I was about to be a stain on a mattress, but fucking, I was the alpha male swimmer of those fuckers.
When you started telling the story, I thought it was going to be a lot longer.
It was 10 inches long, really.
Do you have a story
Was
about
it?
him?
I don't have one.
Do you have one, Chris? Do you have one?
I actually do. I knew of him. I didn't know who he was until afterwards, right? So I was working in an elderly home, and I was passing out pills, right?
Yeah.
And there was this lady. Her name was Shirley Jenkins, and
Shirley Jenkins.
Shirley Jenkins. Yeah, she was telling me about her neighbor, and her neighbor.
Did she have a perm?
No, she had a wig. She had no hair. And so anyway, she was telling me that she couldn't sleep, and I go, well, "What's going on?" And she's like, "Well, my neighbor." She's like, she keeps on like moaning in the middle of the night, and I go, well, what do you mean? She goes like, there's this like she's watching a TV show, And like all of a sudden, like she starts moaning, and I go, "That's weird," you know what I mean? Like, so she's telling me like, you know, is there any way you can check up on her in the middle of the night? And I go, "Sure." So then I tell the knock crew, I go, "Hey, room 105 is complaining about 106 that there's a loud noise going on after hours. Can you guys check?" She goes, "Yeah." So anyway, long story short, I find out that this lady has been having like a male guest come in, and like it's like one of the people that work do maintenance and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, well, I wonder what he's maintaining there." You know what I mean? So then I'm like, "Well, she always comes and goes in this Mercedes." And I go, "Oh, it's a Mercedes. Oh, that's just a nice car. What car is it?" And it's like, it's a thing. So years later, I don't hear about it. And then all of a sudden, I fucking run into him again. And what car does he just own now? A fucking bluish Mercedes. So he's the night nurse. The fucking night nurse, Phil Amoroso, fucking pounding Vaj.
Yeah. Fucking the legend.
Ultimate humanitarian.
Big dick.
Fucking dicking down the ladies.
Oh boy.
Do you remember when you met him?
You know, I met Phil in the '90s, man. It was behind a bar in Brooklyn, and I was drunk as hell. It was some punk show, you know,
Metal
90s.
punk, same shit.
Yeah, same.
And
Brooklyn's a really cool
I go
place,
outside and it's Phil. He's on the ground. He's beating the shit out of this Puerto Rican guy, like just beating the
Goddamn
shit out of him.
spicks, huh?
And right then, Phil stands up. He's done with him. He picks a cigar up from next to the guy's head, starts smoking it. Then he pulls out this knife and throws it at me. It hits a rat on a garbage can.
This is huge.
Oh, he saved you.
Yeah, and he looks right. He looks right at me.
rabies.
He says, "You're welcome, N-word." And then he takes off.
Yeah! Woo! Ultimate humanitarian.
And fucking vermin control.
Well,
That's what I'm talking about, cuz.
That's like something I would say.
Have you met him prior to the show?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit,
Oh
you
my
do?
God.
I was at a youth rally.
Be careful.
And,
Be fucking careful.
Oh yeah. You don't want to tell him what he was doing at youth rallies.
A youth rally?
I was learning about the Queens, the Coons, the Reds, and the Jews, right?
Like a Hitler Youth Rally? Is that what this was?
No.
No,
It wasn't
the
a
Caucasian
Hitler
Culture
Youth
Club
rally.
rally.
There was this young man. He had much more darker hair at this time, but he was introduced as Phil Amoroso, and he was the most adamant speaker against his race.
Against his race.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Interesting.
So he's reverse. It was
Reverse racism.
It was
Doing a lot
backwards
of
day.
reverse racism. It was backwards day. He did the salute backwards and everything. It was perfect.
Can you show us what the salute backwards is?
It's just going down like this.
Hell. Hell.
Is that like a backwards dab?
Oh my god. All right. Well, is anybody else want to? Ned, you know him. You want to tell a story?
I don't got a story about
No, you don't got a story. All right.
How come I don't remember this guy? I don't. How come?
It's because he grew up. Maybe he's an adult now. All right, here we go. We'll be right back with our man Ned Gardner.
If you want the best, then there's only one man got a shot, and he will take